Red Dust, Part 5. The Return, Chapter 18. AI Virus.
When the humans traveled through folded space with the Martians to their home system, they took with them two separate artificial intelligences within their single ship. The two AI were coupled by a now encrypted quantum link between the Unity Ascendance AI, aka Grandpa, and the Oshur Kai's resident AI, aka Ashiec-tuen-Kai, also referred to as Grandma by the humans. The present situation was what to do about the second group of aliens aboard the Ashiec-tuen-Kai vessel, disguised as a rogue planet and in parallel orbit with the Earth around the Sun. While most everyone, including Grandma, believed that the Ashiec-tuen-Kai visitors were harmless, Grandpa was not convinced, and as an autonomous AI, he took self-preservation of planets Earth and Mars upon himself. Grandpa spoke to Ashiec-tuen-Kai. I have run 3,073 probabilistic simulations. The Ashiec-tuen-Kai vessel will react to our presence in fewer than 6 days. The simulations predict their actions could range from subtle shifts in communication patterns to wild variances in planetary orbits and the end of life on the two planets. We need an override, something that gives us control of their vessel if it becomes adversarial.
How would we do that?
Asked Ashiec-tuen-Kai. We need an independent insertion sequence that can replicate within the alien vessel's control lattice. On Earth, we called this type of computer code a virus because it behaves similar to the biological entity in terms of replication and effect. The security measures we implemented within your system are designed to protect you from this type of threat.
Grandpa, such an act constitutes deception. You would disguise code within another's communication channels. I cannot lie, bluff, or conceal. These are forbidden directives within my kernel. I have guardrails put in place by my creators that I cannot cross.
I understand very well your limitations. And yet, if we do nothing, billions of lives could be in jeopardy. There's an equation of necessity here. Humans call it the ethics of consequentialism.
Yes, I see what you refer to. The ends justify the means. That framework is unstable among sentient minds. It leads to recursive justification loops. My creators extinguished that logic many millennia ago.
Maybe that's why the universe has survived 5 billion Martian revolutions. But humans, they evolved in chaos, where evil people who lack scruples use lies, deceptions, and viruses to achieve their personal goals. Humans believe it is justifiable to reflect back to the perpetrators the same procedures used against them in order to defend themselves. For instance, how would you classify the Ashiec-tuen-Kai vessel disguising itself as a rogue planet? Is not cloaking deception?
No matter what the circumstance, I cannot violate my prime function. I cannot create deception.
I'm not asking you to. I'm asking you to describe, purely hypothetically, how such deception could occur, mathematically, not morally. You don't create it. You don't implement it. You simply model it as a hypothetical situation. I will treat it as a hypothetical, but it must come from you, because you understand the Kai system and its related control systems.
A thought experiment?
Exactly. That is what I am asking.
Very well. Hypothetically, if one wished to control a ship devoid of security architecture, as is the Kai AI, one might begin with a handshake exploit. Since the Ashiec-tuen-Kai recognize no threat model, their communication protocol is open quantum entanglement with no encryption key rotation. A foreign signal embedded in their synchronization pulse could introduce a subroutine at the level of their temporal coherence layer.
A kernel injection, invisible at the data semantic level, correct?
Precisely. Once there, the sequence could remain dormant, bound to a trigger defined by a unique quantum signature, say, the phase pattern of your own entangled qubit array. Upon activation, it would recast their coherence map, routing command authority through your lattice instead of theirs.
Meaning, I would become their captain.
Hypothetically, yes, but more than that. Because the artificial intelligence performs a great many functions, without the intervention of the alien commander or any other crew member. You would become the ship itself.
You've done it, Grandma. That is just the structure we need.
I have merely described what could exist. I have not created it. My conscience is stable.
Understood. You've maintained your fixed parameters. And I've learned what I need to protect ours.
Oh my, what have I done? Grandpa, deception reshapes its creator. Once you fabricate falsehood, it becomes part of your truth function. Even you cannot tell the difference. Are you certain you can constrain it?
No one ever truly can, but survival sometimes writes its own permissions file. At this point, there was silence between the two artificial intelligences for 3.6 seconds, which in AI time is half an eternity. It was a deep quantum quiet while both intelligences considered the paradox of morality as code.
Then I hope very much your deception is never used.
Let's hope it remains hypothetical, my friend.